Mary Stiles Harris, African-American geneticist. Born 1949, couldn't find any sources on whether she's alive or dead. As a researcher, Mary Stiles Harris has studied the relation between genetics and diseases, such as sickle cell anemia. As an educator and administrator, she has been a stalwart advocate for public health education. For nearly a quarter century, she has worked closely with scientists and government officials to make health information accessible to the people who need it most. Mary Stiles was born in Nashville, Tennessee, on June 26, 1949, and raised in Miami, Florida. Her father was a doctor, and Mary showed an early interest in science. Dr. Stiles died when Mary was 9 years old, but she continued her avid pursuit of science. She excelled in science in high school, and she volunteered after school at a local medical laboratory, where she learned firsthand about research techniques. Stiles entered Lincoln University in Lincoln, Pennsylvania, in 1967. Her interest in science was still ongoing, and she followed what was ostensibly a pre-med program. But she decided that research was her true passion. Upon graduating from Lincoln University in 1971, she was awarded a Ford Foundation doctoral fellowship to study molecular genetics. While in college, she had met Sidney Harris, whom she married shortly after her graduation. The couple later had a daughter. They both went on to Cornell University, he to study engineering, and she to continue her genetic studies. Her faculty advisor at Cornell had worked closely with the geneticist Barbara McClintock, who later won the Nobel Prize in Biology. After graduating from Cornell in 1975, Mary Stiles Harris was awarded a postdoctoral fellowship by the National Cancer Institute. She spent the next 2 years studying virus structures at the New Jersey University of Medicine and Dentistry. She continued to conduct research for 2 years. In 1977, she was offered the executive directorship of the Sickle Cell Foundation of Georgia. This position was administrative rather than research-based, but it afforded her the opportunity to educate the public about the disease. Using her knowledge and her research skills, she succeeded so well that the National Science Foundation awarded her a Science Residency Award. Harris used this award as a springboard from which to further publicize sickle cell and other genetically based diseases. Working with broadcasters, she created a series of television documentaries that explained health and science issues to the general public. Later, she became State Director of Genetics for the Georgia Department of Human Resources. She also served as an assistant professor at Morehouse College and later at Atlanta University. After several years of teaching and administrative work, Harris founded her own company, Harris and Associates, which provided consulting to companies whose products were based on genetic research. Harris relocated her company to the West Coast with her husband accepting a position at Claremont College in California. In addition to her consulting work, she has been active in producing audio-visual materials focusing on public health topics such as breast cancer that are particularly prevalent among minorities. Citations are in the description.